Let's continue in Final Fantasy XIV on our new pugilist character. So, our next bit of the MSQ. We must rebuild. Well, youngling, how are you finding our fine old Da? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time you venture beyond the walls, because we have all these kill quests we have to do. The bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalan, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and you. Name of Papa Shan. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah Dispatch Yard. He'll have work for me. The Dispatch Yard's over in central Thanalan. Just head out the door, across the hall, and you'll see the Gate of Nald. Pass through it and head east. There's danger beyond the wall, more than I care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. We've got two other quests here. Kekizani. Hikizani? Sure, darling, you can come along. You can come for a ride. Huh? Where am I? Who are you? More importantly, where'd you go? Ah, did my shift start already? The hell's with it. I'm exhausted anyway. Would you mind taking this to Gigi Nasu at the dispatch yard outside the city? I'll give you something for the trouble. And he's trying to give me a package? Let me catch my breath. I went all the way to Scorpion Crossing for a package, but only just now. I returned with the wrong one. The way back is so far. I can't. I simply can't. Would you make the trip back in my stead? Some poor soul at Scorpion Crossing is missing this package. I haven't the breath to tell you the way. Go and see Mimishu. So, looking at our map, they want me to go to central Thanalan, but I also have stuff in western Thanalan, and Mimishu itself is right here. But let's follow our MSQ. We'll go out the main gates, the central. We'll go everywhere eventually. We're just starting out here. Mapping the Realm achievement. Just zoom out a little bit so we can see more of the world. Select the target and confirm once to target it. Confirm a second time to auto attack. Approach and start the battle. Skills are on the bar, and so on. Actions require MP. There you go. So, a marmot! Kill it! Oh, how do I do it? Right trick. There you go. And we gain experience. And an item I have equipped is now bound to me. It can no longer be traded because I have attacked with it. Most items can be sold in trade before they're used. Hornet! It's totally void. What was that sound? Oh, it was someone getting in a flying. That's a level 12. We probably shouldn't mess with that. High quality items. We have gained a high quality item. So our inventory will stack twice as much. Snapping shrew. We walked around Ul'dah and collected all those quests, and now we're just knocking them all out. Our combo is a little simple at the moment. Just 2 buttons. And we're done. Anyone seen Kikazani since last night? Yeah, he's being lazy. What are you doing with that timetable? I've been looking all over for it. Got it from Kikazani, he said. That useless drunk. I'll wager he was out all night again, chasing after skirts. That's it. Next time he misses a shift, I'm tying him to the tracks. And I can choose a pair of tights or a pair of Cerols? I don't know how to pronounce that word. You can now accept the next class quest. As we get level 5. You certainly looked the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi advised me to expect? I am Papashan, station master of this dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Ladafel, passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12, no, there have been plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now, true Uldans work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Ul'dah to the grandeur and majesty you see today. The railways which run through this dispatch yard, too, were born of the noble efforts of a great many souls. There's still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point. You have some work for me. And we'll take the one for Disciples of War. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area. A dispatch to the dispatch yard. They have long been away from the shade and featherbeds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. We're literally like 20 feet away from the city. I mean, whatever. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels. It's so quiet all of a sudden. No music. Here you go. Have a pretzel. I'm gonna have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. state your name and business. A Twilight Pretzel from Papachon? By the gods, forgive me. You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. I'm sorry for that. You may rest assured the dispatch yard is safe so long as we stand watch. Seriously, where's the music? It should play continuously, right? I don't know. Well, save me. Scorching days, freezing nights, this post will be the end of me. Have a pretzel, man. That's a refreshing goddamn pretzel. He feels reborn. Eventually we'll get a mount and we'll be able to go faster. Western front clear, eastern front clear. Have a pretzel. For me? From Papachon? A Twilight Pretzel. My favorite. How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. Sure. You've returned and with a deal fewer pretzels. How are our sentries? Nothing to report? Take this for your trouble and stay a moment. There's more I would ask of you. So they offer us a sword for gladiators. This is ours, pugilist arms. And a staff. I guess we could have been those three and started. And we just learned Snap Punch. Which I'm assuming, I shouldn't assume. Let's look at that. Delivers an attack with a potency of 220. Extra when dealt, executed from a target's flank. It can only be executed when in coeral form. Changes form to Oppo Oppo. Okay. I have just this moment. No, the time for concealment has passed. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news. Which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan Sworn. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see to her safe return. The Sultan Sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen. It must not. I need you to help me find her. Praise the 12. I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanalan is vast, and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Okay. There, let's just kill something for fun. I wonder what an Opa was. Here we are, at the Sultan Tree. Hooded Lalafell. Oh, Sultan Tree. You're about to enter an instant battle. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window. Go away. Level sync is in effect. If you are above level 8, you will be brought down to it.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself!
As you command, O Lilira. Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
Not much I can do here, just make it space. Uh-oh. So when we miss an attack, it actually resets the entire sequence. We don't go to the other point. There we go.
Whew.
Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Shine thy light on all creation.
Ah, coming around now.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream. No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
There we go. Alright. Back to the dispatcher. Or the dispatch station or whatever. This is a very short skirt. Like, it was very obvious in the cutscene. We could use a good pair of pants. Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all so worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured, or worse. Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say there'd be weeping in the streets. But I've already given you cause to weep, Papashan. You and the people of Ul'dah. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It is not my place to make demands, my lady. But I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papa-chan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. I cannot thank you enough. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder. I see you met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the ether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Ye, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan as you did to us today. Alright, next quest. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I resolved to repay a debt of gratitude, which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure and proffer the pumpkin. The scheduled shipment from the Nanawa mines for which I wait is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this receipt of purchase to Gigari at the royal plantations, and she will yield it to you. Here you go. Oh, so you're going to deliver this decadent delight. I can say with confidence any gourmand would be grateful for such a grand gift. Here's the pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such we are always deluged with demand. You know the way to the coffer and coffin, correct? It is beyond the bridge to the northwest. Look for a place where local laborers lounge. What about you, man? Thanalan has ever been a barren region. Believe me when I say it takes no small amount of effort to make crops grow here. We've even introduced earthworms to the soil in order to enrich it. Alas, they've been nigh eradicated by snipping shrews, burrowing critters native to these parts. Unless we save the earthworms, the entire plot won't yield so much as a single pumpkin next harvest. Help us by thinning out the shrew populations. I'm not sure we're actually getting any benefit from doing that sidestep, but maybe we are. It's hard to know. Thank you, friend. You are the champion of earthworms. An idle adventurer is a sorry sight. I have no need of assistance at the moment, but someone at the coffer and coffin wants a helping hand. Wow Obaru, or Wowobaru, the resident chef, comes to mind. The man is obsessed with inventing new dishes. His current fascination is fish. I'm a simple farmer and don't know much about fish, but I do know what I like, and I like Oraban. You won't find a more succulent fish in these parts, I tell you. I recommend fatty Oraban. 4 slices should be enough for an experiment with. So they want me to go north and kill some fish in the Still River. Fair. Oraban! They gave me new weapons. I'm not even using them. I might. Yeah, upgrade. There we go, some nice pants. I like them. They look good too. You know what? I'm gonna turn on the combat music, since it doesn't seem like we're getting background music. There we go. Okay. Antlings. Here you go. Fish, fish, futile. There's no suitable species, but I shall not surrender. Oraban, of course, but wait, how did you know of my Epicurean endeavor? It matters not. The solution you suggest is sensational. Sauté with salt, a squirt of sun lemon. Squirt does not fit with the rest of those words. You're wrong. So simple yet sublime. Fish is a costly commodity here in Thanalan. Were it not for your local Largus, I would have been forced to fork out a fortune to have some brought hither. Thank you. My stores of shrew meat are nearly naught. The meat is an indispensable ingredient for making my smoked shrew loaves, which are famous for their fantastic flavor. Fortunately, I am no fool. In preparation for this possibility, I have set 2 barrel traps outside our establishment. Alas, I am not accustomed to butchering live beasts. If you could do the deed in my stead and bring me the meat, I can continue to cook. Let's just do that real quick, and then we'll do the MSQ. There it is. Roll actions. You've learned a roll action. Roll action are spells assigned to all classes within a roll. Melee DPS is ours, so we just got the one for all the melee DPS. Let's take a look at what it is. Second Wind. It's a heal. Instantly restore your HP once every 2 minutes. Let's put it here. And let's get rid of it down there. Have you carved up the critters? Quickly, else my customers will complain. See, quickly worked there, but Squirt did not. This rich, robust redness. True meat is lean, yet lovely, I'll learn you. Slathered in my secret sauce and smoked, it is a symphony of savory sensations that will satisfy even the most critical connoisseur. It takes time to prepare it properly, though, so I fear we may be forced to deny our dedicated customers their desired dinner regardless. Here, I have a pumpkin for you. What's that? We, CC Doa, asked you to bring this to me? So even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drink-sodden arse back home. But hell's an honest-to-God's pumpkin from the royal plantations. I can't wait to see what cooks will do with her. The lads here scoff down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'd be good to get more vegetables in their bellies. Assuming I can get the stubborn bastards to try something new. Word is, Blackbrush Station's sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. A bloke by the name of Warren is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do worse. Okay. Looking for work, perchance? If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. We stone torches are sellswords hired by Magina and Sons Mineral Concern to protect its interests. Our primary duty here is to keep the tracks clear of pests. It's for this purpose that we require your aid. It can be a messy work, and liable to get messier if you're unprepared. A single piece of gear can mean the difference between life and death. I'll not have it on my conscience I sent an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See to it your arms and armor are in order. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with items of at least level 5. I mean, I don't have a hat yet. I guess they want me to buy one? Okay, wait. Before we do that, what do we... So we need to buy a hat, a chest, these are already level 5. Which ones did it say I needed? Head, body, hands, legs, feet. We already have legs and feet. So there's a hat. Do I have money? I've got a small amount of money. In a chest. And some gloves. There we go. This is certainly covering us more than our our little miniskirt did. Ready for inspection. You know that naught is guaranteed in the world. Fate is a fickle mistress. At any rate, capable adventurers are few and far between. I would not have you throw your life away. I've had to bury too many comrades who brushed aside cracks in their hauberks and dints in their helms. No matter what you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. And you're gonna give me one of these I just bought. You jerk. She is concerned with the welfare of a fellow sentry. See that bloke over there? Name's Osbert. He's hurt bad. Ain't my job to mind his business. You're a torch, he's a blade. But at the end of the day, we're both people. You know what I'm saying? Any road, I went over to him earlier to ask what's wrong, but he refuses to tell me. The stubborn bugger. It seems his pride's more important to him than his life. What is it with men and acting tough? I tell myself I've tried, but if the fella ends up kicking the bucket, I don't want that on my conscience. I know this is sudden, but try and talk him into drinking a high potion. I'd sleep a deal better for it. I ain't got one on me, but one of them fellows over yonder sells them. Gotcha. Learn how to buy things. Purchase a high potion. Breathe, Osbert, old boy, just breathe. Pain is just weakness leaving the... God damn it, my head, if only I had saved the high potion. I think this might be the end. Well, I don't really need this, but if you insist, you have my thanks, adventurer. I was resigned to suffering in silence, for I, Osbert the Undying, veteran of countless battles, could not afford to show weakness to my colleagues and our allies. They looked to me for inspiration, you see. To think I was almost brought low by a gentle blow to the head. I was only incapacitated for a few moments, I think. To repay you for your discretion, I shall share with you my warrior's wisdom. If you must practice juggling, use heavy stones at your own peril. Ah. Let's get to it then, shall we? Ore wagons pass through this station every day, but not without incident. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yard to the south must pass through a tunnel by Fesca's watch. A tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for a goblin nest. So now the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in a tunnel we dug, and we're practically delivering meals to their doorstep. But no more. Inside the tunnel you'll find a narrow fissure where the goblins hide. Use silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures, then slay them. It's to the south. I guess we just followed the railroad, of course. Welcome to the Novice Network. A place where beginning adventurers can share experiences and pose questions. Sure. Narrow fissure. Use the silver ore cluster. Nope. The noises they make, it's not very friendly. Well done! It shan't be easy work to keep the tunnel free of goblins, but our wagon should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to ore shipments threaten not only our interests of Amagina and Sons, mineral concern, but of Ul'dah herself. These train tracks are veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more women like you to lend a hand. Level 10. We learned a new ability, leg sweep. Let's move that from there to there. Zuzu Maeda wishes to share with you a most amazing rumor. Ah, the altruistic adventurer. I was hoping we'd bump into each other. Why? Because the most fascinating piece of news recently reached my ears, and I'm eager to share it. May I? Rumor has it there is a vast, untapped vein of ore beneath the ruins of Sild. But that's not all. Inconceivably, the concern appears to be entirely ignorant of its existence. Even as we speak, a young upstart, a self-made merchant from Stone's Throw of all places, is moving to claim it. The fellow's name is Wystan, and he is a very, very ambitious young man. Not only does he intend to secure exclusive excavation, but they say his master plan is to use his new fortune to curry favor with the Sacrarium. Of course, the thaumaturges only consider the opinions of the most wealthy when drafting the laws of Ul'dah. If you would have your voice heard, you must be prepared to pay a sultan's ransom. One voice which is invariably heard belongs to Lord Lolorito. He has long lavished gil upon the thaumaturges, and some claim he devises new laws with the express intention of ruining his competitors while protecting his own interests. Suffice to say, if Wystan thinks he can compete with the likes of the Syndicate, he's in for a rude awakening, but that eventually may yet be a little ways off. For the present, he is moving ahead with his plans, assembling a team to survey the site. I'm told he's at the Coffer and Coffin now, recruiting able-bodied adventurers. Warren said you're looking for work. Maybe you should meet with him and volunteer. Looking to help out around the station? How about hunting some hammerbeaks? We just received an order from Eshtime's lapidaries for silver ingots. They need to make it to the ceremonial silverware. Or need it to make silverware. We've been instructed to refine the ore by melting in a furnace lined with a layer of bone ash. We don't normally smelt silver this way. I've long neglected to restock our stores of hammerbeak ribs. There's no time to order more. If you would slay several and take their bones to Behringer in my stead, you'd be grateful. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a porter? Do not tell me this is your first visit to this stop. I shall update my register with your name, so you may access this location in the future. Where are... Oh, there they are. Hammerbeaks. There we go. Who am I bringing this to? Oh, it must be someone in this little house. Okay. There you go. I told her so. I told her. What the hell is that incompetent little run doing anyway? Rare as orders like this may be, we should always be keeping hammerbeak ribs on hand. Well, I'll be damned. Guess the girl found a way after all. Thanks for the help, Venture. Don't quite understand it myself, but them fellas straight said to do it the old way. Even though we could be using shards to refine silver faster and cheaper. It ain't my guild, so if that's how they want it, just goes to show the Thaumaturgist Guild has more money than it knows what to do with. Gods, what I wouldn't do to have that kind of problem. You know, I definitely shouldn't have bought those items. I should have just waited till we could have requested them. Oh well. A mischief of Kikirn has stolen our cargo. The thieving rats love anything that sparkles. They've made off with several coppers of precious gemstones. The Overseer will flay me alive if he finds out. Help me get the gemstones back. They fled to their lair in the southwest. These guys are actually attacking, so we can get overwhelmed by too many. There's the chest. Alright. I think a fate just a random world event just started right where I am. But I'm busy questing. And another fate. Come on, knock on. You're back. Tell me you've retrieved the gemstones. Bless you thrice over, adventurer. Thanks to you, my hide will remain intact. It's hard to believe the Kikirn used to be honest merchants. Some of them even lived in Ul'dah. But then the beastmen were banished from the city, and the Kikirn lost their livelihood. Some turned to thieving and other petty crimes to survive. A sad tale, but sadder still that most citizens couldn't care less. Back to the coffin. Popper and coffin. Alright, before we progress on this, let's go ahead and take a break here. I think my voice is getting a little tired. Lots of talking, lots of talking. Thank you for watching.